I'm so sorry. They said no volume.
No volume.
So let's do it again. We gonna get. Oh damn! Really divine.
Good job, Joel.
People. Joel Benjamin 528. We got here the one and only Brother Divine. Give it up for Brother Divine. The great event. I think where Paul Mooney at? Where Paul Mooney at?
You know I had to tell my man I love him so much, and white supremacy ain't got nothing to do with it.
Facts. Real talk.
Divine, we love you. We love you. We love you. You know I'm Richard Pryor's best friend.
115%.
Because you deal with light and love. Now white supremacy ain't had nothing to do with it, and I'm trying to be cool and not say expletives. What? You know they will cancel my show when I had it in because I'm too racist. I trigger these white people. I trigger them. But I came here to see you. So nice.
This man do great impressions. Let's give up
This is why y'all gotta get that social media.
Listen, it's coming. Let's give it up for the Grand Sheik.
Absolutely.
Taj Tarik Bey.
Yes.
Let's give it up for Hannibal Bey.
Wait a minute. Don't even go that way. Let's take this, Reverend Brown. He's been my coming back to America. This is my Reverend Brown. I love him so much. He was. I believe the children are our future. Keep them well and let them lead the way.
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all don't know Hannibal Bey is a whole comedian out here.
I love my dad.
Let's give it up for Hannibal Bey. Let's give it up for Hannibal Bey.
And comedian and philosopher.
Comedian and philosopher. Let me tell y'all something now. If this is the aftermath, Taj Tarik Bey and Hannibal Bey, Double Trouble, aftermath. If y'all missed it, too bad. If you was trying to be a brokey, too bad. If you didn't think it was gonna be real, too bad. Well, guess what? Now you know it's real. You see the duos. You see how it is set up. You see the dynamic. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna contact Brother Divine. You're gonna get on your phone, contact Brother Divine, all right, and make sure you get it. Do not be a brokey. Make sure you get this. For the ones who was on the live stream, they know what it is. I want to take this time and say salute to the moderators. Definitely Tracy Natural.
Oh, yes. I want to say
there.
it again. I tried to do it the other night. I say my blessings to you, Tracy, but they have shadow blocked me. Do a great job. And it was other brothers and sisters just sending my love to y'all on your live. So now I could just say it directly to you. I got to put my glasses.
Tracy was there from I remember when she first started doing that. She was just doing it off the strength.
That's right.
Yeah, right. That's when you know you got somebody sincere.
Look at that. Contact Brother Divine for a live stream at Smart Brother 300 at gmail.com. That's SmartBrotha 300 at gmail.com. You know, Brother Divine gotta be all extra cool. That's the West Indian in him. He couldn't say brother the American way. He had to say brother. Brother. So, okay, let's get started. How are you two gentlemen by the side of me doing? Well, in between me and Divine.
Fine, treated well since we've been here.
Y'all.
Much appreciated. And the food is excellent.
Superb. We gotta give it up to Aquafit, Zucchini Bar, and Blueberry Cafe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So real quick. Let's give it to the people. Now y'all ain't got no excuse. Y'all see where it is on there. Contact Brother Divine and let's get it. Brother Divine, make sure you made it happen. I don't want to hear no book. And please do not call and stress out Brother Divine. I'm going to repeat. Please Do not call and stress out Brother Divine. Some of y'all was trying to be brokies. Y'all know y'all was supposed to get the breakout session where either Hannibal Bey or Taj Tarik Bey. Now y'all want to stress Brother Divine out and act like y'all didn't know. He will tell me and y'all will get that flames. I'm letting y'all know now. Am I correct, Brother Divine?
Yep. I got the little embers. You got that flame.
There you go. Supernova y'all asses.
Was he doing the martial arts stuff? or see, like when I get angry and I let people know I know martial arts, I talk in subtitles.
How you do
Yes. I'm glad you
Keep
asked.
keep in mind, as you were saying.
So,
And one of the things that Brother Joel has been doing is trying to help people through this transition period with the cryptos, etc.
Right.
Most honorably.
Oh, yes.
Because you already know in this process, a lot of the venues are actually initiated, truthfully, from Rothschild and Rockefellers. And the crypto operations, particularly at North America and China, which have the same international number, has been operative since the 20s. So the people think it's new. It's not new.
At all.
That's how they've been transferring around the world, even in world trade. The bonds systems are not just the instrumentality, but what would be called digital communications, and it's always been that way for the last 100 years or so.
Well, let me say something. The last time that I did interview you, and it was breaking down with the crypto, right? It got so much backlash from the Bitcoin maximalists.
You understand that.
They got so much because they didn't like what you had to say when you broke down with the NSA. You was the first person that broke down all of that. So what I do, I make sure I hook people up to spirittools1@gmail.com because they got the source. I just try to help people and give them that right information they need, because you see a lot of people, they try to come on now and start talking about the crypto, and not only that, a lot of them are saying from what you say, what,
Back
2-3 years ago?
We met in 2018.
It was 2018, right? Divine, we was all there, right?
And when you interviewed him, I was telling Father, when you asked him that, when my daddy was interviewing, I was on the other side watching it, and I was like, wow, this is the first time I heard about the crypto thing, and he was the only one that made the explanation. Right. And that was the first time I heard of it.
And people got so upset.
They got pissed with
and you can understand that. See, now let's talk about this just on one level. And this is one of the things I appreciate about what you're doing, because this is a economic transfer period that whether you're with it or not, we must walk through, because we haven't been in control of the states, of the estate. Yeah. We don't control the stocks that go through the seed company, 55 Water Street. You understand? We can be aware of it, but you don't control it. People often keep presenting arguments of capturing the straw. No, you're not capturing crap. However, while we're not going to be ultimately in this process, it is a transference period that you're going to be forced through anyway. So while you're doing cryptos, what you need to do is seek out the most honorable people, understanding whether you like it or not, or agree or not, is irrelevant. You're going to go through it anyway because the world is operating on it.
Facts.
That's the fact. Do you understand? Yes. But also understand, and this is back to one of the things that you've always taught, Doctor, and just this demonstration. Here's a gold coin.
Show it to the people.
It's silver. And of course you got the copper, right? We're not talking about this neutered copper.
Right, you ain't lying, because I've seen that. And this
is the copper, right?
Yeah, because I got a.
So that's the sun, the moon, and Venus. Wow. That's Cosmo. This is the truth right in contract law around the planets. Midgard, and not just Midgard, it's actually on other firmament jurisdictions.
Right.
Because it's
right?
almost like a universal.
If it's not in your hand, you don't have it.
That's
Keep
almost
that in
some common
mind.
sense, right?
Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Now, the unfortunate, and this is another reason why it's important, for honorable people, if you're going to deal with cryptos, you have to find honorable people, because it's also being used by the dark priests to fleece the last of the people's revenues. What they do, they fleece it, then they crash it. It's called splitting.
So is that what
splitting is inflation?
So is that what the example we seen with that damn GameStop?
Exactly.
Tying to that when you saying
exactly, they're talking value in numbers and not value to value. See, this is the whole point. Now, if this is in your pocket, even if you have a fiat instrument, right? It's a physicality. Even if it's inflated to no value, it's still a physicality, right? On the computer, one glitch and it's gone.
I see what you're saying. Y'all, that's why I said.
What's even happening now that people aren't discussing? Even venues that are taken for granted as certain transportation venues, which we won't say the names, where I need to be picked up and I call someone and I have an account for a car to come pick me up, aside from the cabs.
We'll say it begins.
What they have not been making notice of, a lot of people been calling these two major, it's other venues, but it's two major ones, right? As an example, past week, somebody called to get a pick up to go somewhere, and of course, you compensate through your phone and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be 19 notes for a short trip, and they took 1,900 from their account.
Ish.
Whoa.
That's only a starter. That's crypto. Do you
understand?
It's digital.
Right.
It's easier to steal digital than it is the physicality, although the physicality is a fraud.
Right. But at least you got the physical.
Exactly.
And you can defend it.
Now, look at this.
And you could defend it.
Just
exactly.
like what we talked about 4 years ago, Joel.
Yeah.
And people need to know, this is why it's important for them to notice. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be dealing with this. But understand it's transitory. That's
you got to know how to deal with it.
While it's there. Although in the actual real future, it will be eliminated. But it will be playing a part in trade. It will be playing a part in trade. However, meanwhile, they're going to be stealing people's residuals of their estate that wasn't already stolen.
That's like swordfish back in 20 years ago, and that was the whole thing. What's the name of them stealing the CIA money?
Now, the movie Swordfish.
And they chipped away with all these corporations that actually made money.
This piece right here.
All right.
Let me show them.
This piece right here.
The silver.
Right, to go get that, right?
Yeah.
It's according and also to date. You got dates are also important. Within a sphere of dates, you can get that from 24 to 39 notes, right? And then according to the date, it can go up to a couple of hundred.
Correct.
For this. But this would be always carried by those who know in emergency.
That's right.
Because everything else ain't going to work.
Me and Brother Divine done told y'all this.
You understand?
A while back. So y'all ain't got no excuse.
This gold coin is a $50 gold piece. However, it's $800. Do you
So the value on it says $50, but it's actually worth $800.
Do you mean an actual trade value?
It say $50.
Adjusting to the actuality of trade, not what people keep. See, they say numbers. This is worth. Oh, this went up to this. They're numbers. They're not the value. Now, I'm going to show you like this. This is what
and it says fine gold, 1 ounce pure.
This is what has happened.
That's actually today. That's worth almost $1,800.
Yes, exactly.
The price of gold
Just-
going
just-
up.
yeah.
And then the
We got a
date
couple
on
of
it,
those.
and then the
That's
date
like-
on
Now
it
I
will
got
raise it
a
up even
pure
higher.
nugget home that was gifted to me years ago, with a brother came that's going through the east side on Africa, and that was gifted to me. I gave some assistance in due process, jurisdictional issues, that they were having with a family member, and it worked. And they had been spending all kind of finance with lawyers for years and going through a whole bunch of stuff, and of course, eventually still losing type thing. But I aided them, and he gifted that to me, which I have in a little a little carved ivory case that they gave me, and the nugget of gold is on a cotton ball inside.
Yep.
That's worth about a little over 3,000 right now, right? The point that I'm making is, and Dr. Hannibal always been teaching his cherubs and his students this, why is it that people who really know, whether you're talking Masonic order or any other what you would call, refer to loosely as secret societies, always carry a coin?
That's true.
People often be talking about a coin that represents their lodge or something like that. What they're really talking about, do you really have a gold or silver coin? Because that's the moon. Because remember, Mooni is this. The moon, the sphere of the moon in relationship to the earth deals with the growth patterns, and this is where you get your ephemerides and your almanacs, as example, Ben Bey, who they call Ben Banneker. It is used for agriculture, which is the foundation of religious order. Agriculture.
Correct.
Truthfully. All right. And feeding, and so the ecosystem is governed mostly by the moon. This is where economy comes from.
And
Dropping the
And
bombs
moon economy is money, not Moneta, the Roman goddess. Moon economics. The water, the flow of the water, the
Currency.
tides,
The currency.
the rhythm of the blood pumping,
now,
the cycles of the womb.
real quick. So
Just
that's
reminder.
so that's where when I tell people, because Brother Divine, when we were saying it, we had an event, and I was like, the crypto. What you store in a crypt? Dead bodies, dead people. So they taking it from the fiat, and we're like, yo, we dealing with this dead money.
It's transitory.
But now they have different
Now let's-
cryptic, not just that it's cryptic. That's when you start dealing. Check this out. When you start dealing with the spirits now,
Because you are.
it's different. It's different cryptic beings. Meaning, what you use to get rid of this spirit ain't gonna be the same what you use to get rid of this spirit. Thus, the crypto now, you got certain crypto that flows faster and other crypto that moves slower.
It's quantum.
Quantum computing, and that's
Quantum physics.
and that's why they're pushing now the quantum computing. That's why when I tell people about XRP, they're like, oh, XRP. Where else do you know where you could send millions of dollars like this, the snap of a finger? What other cryptocurrency? Not only that, the price, right? Like if you sending like
remember,
Divine
it's
like 3
adjusted
million,
by
like 2 pennies.
algorithms.
There you go.
Let
And
me
off
say
the
one thing.
block, the ledger. Go ahead.
Crypto has seemed to be the only thing where they'll say this has pulled up 20,000 megawatts of energy.
Right.
Why are they
Yeah.
they keep equivalating the crypto how much is being used to energy?
Constantly.
Constantly.
They don't do that with the credit
They keep on-
cards.
They don't do it
Right.
with credit cards.
And it's
they
all
don't do it
right.
with debit
That
cards.
is crypto. This is what people need to know.
Yeah.
Credit cards is crypto.
But this one is a higher form.
No, not a type. It is crypto.
This crypto is a higher form though when they doing with
It's
the
a debt.
ledger
I
and
just-
the blockchain.
Yeah.
Now they taking it up to a higher dimension. See, the blockchain is a dimension. Am I correct?
And it will be based on your energy of honor.
There you go.
See, this is the real blockchain. The people are looking for a mechanical mechanism when it's a biological mechanical mechanism of the DNA of the being. Now, the problem that that we're dealing with now, because we're going through transitory, is that the priesthood on the light and the dark side are battling each other still over our estates. The crypto is not a remedy, it's perceived or presented as a remedy to transfer the lost faith that the people have into a platform that the dark priesthood still control.
But that's why the World Economic Forum was like, you would own nothing.
This is why, or like say they'll start a digital platform years ago. Man, this went from 1,000 to 2. Oh, next week it went to 50. Right? And then the people start investing all the stuff in there, right? Then they split it. You've just been robbed 50%. And people ain't caught on yet that that's what it's designed to do.
That's like what they first started off with the Bitcoin that you were saying before.
To do.
And people was mad that you said that.
They
Very
think
mad.
it's new. They don't know that's still controlled by the Circle Church and Chancery from Fleet Street, England, Queen of England and the Vatican, i.e. Red Shield, referred to as Rothschild. It's not a name. It's an order of operations of the secret societies of the dark priesthood. So they think Rothschild is a family. No, it's a designation for the collective body of foot soldiers of the Circle Church and Chancery, operating from Fleet Street, London, England. That's those 3 stars that you see in Washington, D.C., the Vatican, Westminster, the City of London, not London City, City of London, corporate construct, and the Trinity operations of sovereign power that don't pay taxes. This is Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia, the Roman goddess seat for Rome. So now that the people are waking up, this is why, aside from, on another hand, some of the priesthood trying to help rescue the people, it is also the dark priesthood who've been using that platform, which was already in service secretly among themselves, making the people think that digital currency is not money. That's what must be remembered. You don't include the word money with currency. You don't include the word money with fiat. You don't include the word money with credit. Neither of them is money. As soon as you equate it with money, you just contaminated your platform and you're still subject. This is what I was getting ready to interject earlier.
Right.
Don't say forms of money. It's the money. The sun, the alchemical metal for the sun made manifest, gold. The moon, the alchemical metal for the moon, silver. Venus, the 5 points of man, the alchemical metal for Venus, which is the cosmoculture on Midgard and other places too. So your moon economy, controlled by the silver, and they'll say catatonic, whereas you make powder form for light bodies. You can't ingest this like it is, but in a catatonic form, take it into your body. That's going to be done to increase your capacity to deal with fifth dimensional energies. And back to you call quantum physics. This is, again, old technology, and also why they've been taking the gold and the silver out of the hands of the people to make them sick. It's not just for trade, it's for your actual body.
So, real quick, the World Economic Forum. Now, the World Economic Forum, they said straight up, you will not own anything and you will be happy. What do y'all have to say on that?
This is part of the paradigm of the culling paradigm and the reduction of the population.
Wait, what you said it is divine?
It's part of the hypnotism.
It's part
and that's where
of
Hannibal
it.
Bey go
Now,
come in. I know. Right.
this is where people need to understand while we're going to be walked through this, whether we like this or not. This is why it's important to not what you would say adopt it, but understand, learn much as you can to deal with it, because it's going to be forced on you.
Correct.
All right. So while you're going through this transition, you need to learn. Now, the deal of it is problem is how many what you would call honorable agents will be in between. This is the kind of the role that you're playing. But understand that this will be for a period of time. This will not be the rescue. However, in future, for the near future coming in, it will be part of the paradigm.
Right.
Now, the Russians introduced the blockchain technology because they already knew and already know that the digital so-called currency introduction was actually done and controlled by the Circle Church and the Chancery, where the people keep thinking it's coming from smart women and men among themselves to liberate humanity. No, they're taking the last of your energy so that they can enslave you.
So when it comes,
This is why it keeps splitting.
so hold on. Now when it comes to because Brother Divine just said something very, very key, the hypnosis, and that's where I lead to
Always a
the
part.
good brother
Always have been a part.
Hannibal Bey. What is your take on the hypnotic spell, or how they do that they dealing with the crypto?
Let's put it this way, and then you respond, Hannibal. Now, Dr. Hannibal has been teaching people for these last, I say 10 years would it be? Hannibal?
No, 30. You talking about in private?
No, in general, the operations of Maya.
Over
All right.
30?
I
Now,
got my hands on this.
this
stuff
what
back
must be
in 30,
understood.
but yeah, maybe last 10.
It's
only put over 20 years.
always been in operation.
Russian. Yeah, it's always been.
It's always, see this what, you know
So they
like-
just only now giving it to us.
No, let's put it this way. It's already been in operation. It's not something that's introduced. You may, having no knowledge of it or limited knowledge, think that it's being introduced to you because someone comes in honor, like Hannibal, to start teaching the people, and the people think this has arrived. They've been governed under it for the last 1,400 years, except they've been using the dark side.
Correct. That's hence
the
crypt.
knowledge.
There you go.
The knowledge and the honor is to take you out of the crypt, not take you into the crypt. However, the existence of the crypt is here, so it's not something that by your decision you're going to avoid this because you're in it.
So you gotta know how to
The
navigate
deal
while
of
in
it
the
is
crypt.
learning to navigate it while it's enforced until it is cleared. Therefore, you must be taken into the quantum, like Drew Ali would say, higher planes of life. Understanding what he's saying from an addict point of view is higher dimensions. Understanding what's being told to you now is simply quantum physics and quantum thought,
So now how
which is necessary, not only a fact, but necessary for you, when I say you, that's humanity, to operate in the coming age that's already coming in. It's not out there coming, you're already
you're in it. You're in it. That's a fact.
Now,
So hold on, before you continue,
Go
I
ahead.
want to get to the part with the hypnotic part. Hannibal.
Like he said, like Father was saying, I should have brought my wisdom. I didn't get the 7 laws. The 7 hypnotic laws, or they say the 7 laws of suggestion. They usually tell you 5, but I'm adding the other 2 that us Asiatics understood. One of them is the law of reverse psychology, repetition, dominance, delayed action, association. Now here's the other secrets that's caught or taught among the magicians. The law of will and imagination, and the last one is the law of compensation or the law of rhythm. Those are the last 2 that make the whole 7. I usually give demonstrations on the 6th law of will and imagination, which I always do in a demonstration. Like, we'll say I have a plank that'll go across I have it on the floor, and I tell the person, walk across this plank. And the plank can be just as thick as this and it's sturdy, and tell them to walk on it, they have no problem. Now I take that same plank and have a high-rise building and fasten them on both ends. Matter of fact, we'll do the what's the name test and no wind is blowing, and you fasten it, it won't shake. Now tell that person to walk the same plank. Now Now that it's on a 21-story, what's the name, going roof to roof, now what's going to happen?
The whole dynamics change.
Internally. So what the person's going to do is, and you be like, wait a minute, it's still the same board. We probably might even have it the same thing. Right, here's what it is. Remember I just told you the 6 laws, will and imagination. See, your willpower is your right side of your left side of your brain, and your imagination side is your subconscious mind that I told y'all earlier, your right side. So what you need to understand, your will was strong when you was on the ground. Hey, they might even did the crip dance on you, like, yeah, what? Like, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, I can do this on the ground. But you take that same board and put it 21 stories up, and you fasten it. Right, because what it is your mind imagination. Your mind starts taking the imagination. Well, what if the wind starts? And they start hesitating, and they start to imagine the fall. And the fall internal imagination is stronger than the will, henceforth the person back out and say, nah, I ain't got this now, man. You go ahead, I'm out.
Yeah.
So now, this is what magicians use when they make their performances. They want this is that internal conflict I was telling you. They know, they give you the illusions and what have you. They have to get your will and imagination to internally conflict in order for the illusion to appear.
So that's what they're doing with the crypto in order to make it up.
Now, as Dr. Hannibal was talking, the left and the right side of the brain, this is symbolized with the double-headed eagle looking counter 180 degrees. It's not a negative. That's really dealing with the right and the left hemisphere of the brain.
Yeah, look, this is because I got my, oh, wait a minute. I have my symbol. This is it of 33rd. Mm-hmm. So what that is displaying, Peru is still on there.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's crowned. And our people, we got to open it back up.
Let me just put it
in. What he was saying.
Double-headed eagle.
That's why they use this for the 33rd.
And that eagle is
the 32nd one. When they had the 32nd one,
you notice they always give it a negative because they don't want you to comprehend what the symbolism actually means. They want you to reject
know what it means. Know what it means. Oh, here's the Ben Bey Fez. I couldn't find my picture, but I got a picture of it in my old phone.
Yeah, Ben Bey's.
And I tried to bring I think somebody took it from me. I really don't want to say the person's name.
Washington.
They did that to y'all. But anyway, I'm going to pull up this. Now, what was the symbol I kept showing y'all all day? What Father is saying.
6 points done.
Right, and we call it the Ab, which is the original name, but you call it just the Hex Alpha or the Star Dawood. I even had a picture of the Empress. I don't know if y'all know what she looked like. She had her fez on. I'm going to pull up this symbol so we can show again. The double-headed eagle is what His Grace was describing.
Left and right
is what it means is
of the brain.
You have to. You are the Peru.
And Aquila, because Aquila can look into the sun, right, and not be blinded. And also the Aquila is one of the highest flying birds. So it also symbolizes what you call ethereal execution or operations and capacities. Therefore, loosely referred to as a spiritual bird. Then you understand why we take the feather and put it in our turbans.
Heads and turbans. I even feel like, even with the name, or the quote unquote.
Speak up louder so they can hear you.
They used to do the same thing. The feathers in the head.
Yeah, that's why.
I got it.
It's funny because I personally feel that the television's main job is to always put us in that either the willpower or the
passive.
What you call it, the imaginary.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's
exactly, and it gets you up in the. You're there in that place all day, every day, making all your life's decisions.
And they control the narrative. Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, as Dr. Hannibal has always been teaching people, this must be understood, is that the imaginary or the imagination exemplification aspect of the human is actually used for what is known as remote viewing.
There you go. Astral travel.
And that's also part of Maya.
The Nova, right. What I gave y'all Nova and I explained to y'all, that's what you're doing on the holy days. And every time you release your spirit, you blend it with others or you come in and see somebody else, your spiritual energy is getting powerful. So His grace is right. And like I told y'all, at least before they came up in the 70s with some remote viewing, you at least have it in your old, what they would say, occult, not Satanism. They need to call Satanism, but occult means hidden truth. That was the first thing my daddy told me as a little boy. They used to always say astral traveling because that's what we call it, astral traveling.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, it's about almost 90 y'all. Yo, only 40 something likes. About to be 100 people. Yo, stop playing with me, yo. Stop playing with me. You got two legends up here, and I ain't talking about me and Brother Divine. You got Hannibal Bey and Taj Tarik Bey up here. Hit the effing like button. Make sure you comment. Stop playing games. I will cut this live stream now. Get them likes up now.
Big fact.
Continue.
Now this is the point. And this is where people want the fruit, the positive fruit that comes out of this, but they don't want the work and the sacrifice.
That's what you said
while we're getting to this
30 years ago when you said the individuals wanted the most honors, but they don't want to put the work in.
But they want the benefits.
Let me say something real quick.
Super spiritual and stuff, and then when you tell them, well, you got to meditate. You got to do some yoga. You got to do a little qigong, sun gazing. They start being, man, that's
because that
too
shows you
much.
how much.
But that shows you that you more infatuated with the aspect of spirituality than spirituality itself. You're infatuated with the thought of it, and the things that you...
Imagery and impressions.
Exactly.
You know why? Because the other thing is some of them get to the first level, whereas when you go into meditation and try to evolve, first darn thing, and Father said this many other times, and I've seen it in scriptures, when you are now looking at your lower self, talking about the higher self, lower self,
work.
Right, your shadow, you start seeing and uncovering them other daggone bones and negative thoughts, and people don't want to deal with that because you got to now kill off your negative side, and they don't want to deal with that.
And they want to think about, from the perspective of what you call by birthright our entitlements.
Right.
If you get the point.
Right.
And that they're worthy of making the claim of the inherited corporal and incorporeal estate without being sincerely attached to the work of the baptism or the cleansing, or participating in the work that must be done for the cleansing. So like
real quick before you continue, because I know time is of the essence. You broke down the hypnotic part, the correlation with the money, how it's basically a dead money when you're dealing with the crypto and even holding the fiat.
And this is where we gotta really go, and this is for us who are cognizant, because remember, everybody's going to be dealing with this around the planet. However, to start clearing up for humanity, we've got to stop including the word money in the conversation with the crypto.
Well, that ain't gonna stop once you got the narrative pushing out there on the news.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's not what I'm saying. It's called spellcasting.
Right. All right.
We need to comprehend the good intention does not change the reality. And this is, remember we was in Kentucky? Did you go with us that time we went to Kentucky?
No, I wanted to. That's when you told me you ran that Brother Muhammad.
Now this is,
I wanted to go.
Oh yeah, now this is what must be understood. This must be clear. And what I did it with children. It was like at a theater type venue. I did the fiat, and I had, 4 buckets, 4 like plastic things, and I had on one credit, check, fiat, and money, and I had them in front of them like this. And the children were to put them in the right containers.
All right.
Because they've been told by their parents and others that all of these are forms of money. That's a lie. This is the money. Nothing else is the money.
Show it again. Show them what's the
This
money.
is the money. All the other instrumentalities that they've been claiming as being the money, credit, digital, and everything else, is not the money. When you call it money, you're giving the dark priesthood extended jurisdiction. They need us to keep claiming or equating money with these instrumentalities. that's private commercial paper that has a lien on it, a debt note. It is not the money, and it is not to be called this form of money. You just contaminate it, and you're not helping the next generation. You must separate the concept of its function. This is a voucher for rent of debt. It's not money, not to be associated with money. Credit is not money, is not to be associated with money. Crypto is not money, is not to be associated with money. This is the money that all these other instrumentalities are designed to take you away from.
All right.
Example, what's going on right now around the world? The members of the Roman Curia, which would include all heads and CEOs of any corporate entity around the world, they're getting people to take this, which is part of the last vestige of the people's actual physicality control, a representative voucher. That's what this is, representative voucher. Don't call it other than that. You start calling money, you just contaminate. We know that you mean well. But if you're really sincere to help the next generation, you've got to stop lying. Well, I tried to help. No, you didn't. I mean well. You know what I mean? No. What you said, that spell is cast in the ethers. What we're presenting that we intend to mean is not what it means. It's not the money. That's the money.
Hold on, I gotta stop you right there, because you just said a word where you said what they put in ethers. That's not the first time you said that. You know what I keep thinking about when he said that, Brother Divine?
Ethereum?
There you go. I knew you would catch on.
That's why
they named the money.
Always
the company name is Ethereum, and the crypto that they use is called ETH, short for ether.
You need to understand, it's all of this is still cosmology.
Oh yeah.
All of this is still dark priesthood controlling this thing. They need your cooperation. Because you're the source of the power.
Hold on. Salute to Phoebe Ray Bey.
This is why
salute. Hold on. Salute to Phoebe Ray Bey, and salute to Mr. Murray Zero. Salute to y'all. Thank you for that support. Go ahead.
Now, so this is the point. And the reason you do it with children, because the adults keep on interjecting their fake opinions, meaning well, because we're corrupted, because we're all compromised. We all got Joves of one sort or another, and we're threatened by, meaning that we self-censor or be careful what we say, because there's a counter move that everybody must admit to, and then they deny it in the next sentence. As if you have power because you know the fraud that empowers you. If you cast a spell, you're helping them. You're not helping the next generation. Right. You never call this money.
So what's the proper term for it again?
This law, and it's not just because I say so.
It's called?
This is known in law amongst those who actually have created this. Private, commercial paper.
Private commercial paper.
Private, people will call it fiat. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully, please. People will call this fiat. And back to what Dr. Hannibal always says, yes and no. It is under the category of fiat. It is not fiats specifically. It comes under the subdivisional category of fiat. Credit is fiat. Digital currency is fiat. They think digital currency is the real. And they've been trained to that. It's a false, it's a transitory venue.
Like Chinese
a transitional venue.
Like Chinese what?
Like Chinese crab meat.
It's a transitional venue. It doesn't mean to disrespect it. It means that while we're going through this evolution or ascension of humanity, you must understand things that you're doing today that you're arriving to, you will not be doing later. However, you're still going to walk through it. So while you're working it, do the best that you can, but don't look at this as the remedy. It isn't. They're making you think it's the remedy.
Hold on, Hold on.
You get?
Hold on.
We've always been the remedy.
This is the remedy.
No, hold on. Nope. Hold
Go ahead.
on. Because these people think
I know. I already know the dynamics and the controversy.
Yeah, they gotta play with them. So hold on. Cassandra, salute to you. Thank you for that support. We're gonna end this now. And we're going to end this because number one, y'all think it's a joke. Y'all not showing proper respect and homage to the two elders up here that's doing the work and putting it in. So we are going to end this now. And I'm going to end it. Yeah, I know y'all going to be mad. Y'all going to cuss me. I can't stand that nigga. He always do that. I know. When catch a bucket to catch your tears. Okay? Get a bucket to catch your tears. I'm going to end it with this. One of the things that y'all need to navigate around, all right, in this, as the elders so eloquently put it, the Grand Sheik said, it's really dead, the crypto. You need a coffin. This is Brother Divine's right here.
That ain't my coffin.
He said that. No, this is the coffin. No, let me change the word up. This is what Brother Divine uses to put this is the crypt that he uses to put his crypto in. Okay? This is the legend. Now y'all learned Brother Divine made sure he watched the stuff on spirittools1@gmail.com. He got this. Any of y'all that watched it on spirittools1@gmail.com and they broke this down already and you still don't have one of these, you deserve to be broke. You deserve to get your stuff taken off the exchanges. Because it's coming, you deserve to be cyber hacked. Because and we're not gonna get into that now because the elder, the elder already talked about with the cyber attacks. What was it? 3 to 4 years ago, and it's coming now to the different crypto exchanges. So y'all playing games. So we're gonna end it
right now.
No. We're not giving them no more. Let me show you why. Watch this. Watch this. We have 97 people. Oh, see, they now got the likes up. 97 people, right? Now I'm gonna make sure now 93 likes is going up. Y'all wanna play games. They're gonna be here next time. We're gonna end it out because I shouldn't have had to stop to say this. I wanna salute to the international audience, the domestic, and all those around. We wanna salute to the YouTube people out there and the
moderators.
The moderators, thank you. We want to salute to the moderators, and we definitely want to salute to y'all people out there in the Twitch. We will have Dr. Hannibal Bey back. We will have the Grand Sheik Taj Tarik Bey back, and definitely Brother Divine will give y'all that work, bring them up, and doing what he have to do. In closing. Divine?
Well, in closing, just like what the elders were saying, we create our realities constantly, right? And our emotions, our visions, our daydreams are being used against us to create the same reality that we complain about so much, yet we forget that they're using our power to basically control it. If you look at ancient Kemet or any other of our ancestors' places, we use these giant structures, whether it was the pyramids or step pyramids or whatever, and those institutions, and they broadcast the frequency. They broadcast it around the land. This is why you have certain golden ages and things like that, because of the consciousness of the people as a whole and coming together and ushering
in including the sounding rocks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me add in real quick to give y'all a piece of history since you mentioned the pyramids. I may have said this in the past. Would it froze up on us?
No. I was just checking the lights.
You were saying the broadcast. You mentioned the pyramid. So I tell this piece, and this was told by John Purnell, who started from the U.S. and was able to get around other brothers and civilizations that survived Atlantis. The scrolls wrote the history of what went down in Kemet. Now I'm going back to when Prophet Musa and us, remember I said the children of Israel, the old code name of Moors, when he finally said, I'm going to let you go. Well, the book is called The Children of Law 1, Lost Teachings of Atlantis by John Purnell. It's italicized, is writing what he remembered from the scrolls that survived Atlantis in Egypt. So here's what happened. We always hear about the Ark of the Covenant. So, the night that the Pharaoh said, you children of Israel are going to leave, which is you Moors, guess what our dumb behind ancestors did? They got drunk, partied up, and went into the main pyramid, snatched the Ark of the Covenant. That was the reason why Pharaoh chased them. Because it was a cap on all the pyramids, and the Ark of the Covenant, we had produced wireless electricity. They threw Egypt into darkness. That's why he was chasing them.
It's not just that. It still exists.
Right, it still exists, but I'm just saying, I just wanted with the broadcast let you know.
What you have at last call, which is also part of the politics. And also the false paradigm where they talk about when the United States won World War II, they hide the fact that they didn't win World War II. The Ark of the Covenant was in Germany, and they got a lot of the secrets of the powers of the Romanos, etc. And really the deal of is that Ashkenazis are really been running the world through the governments and through the Vatican. So the people.
Hold on, Taj. I gotta stop you right there.
I know.
I gotta stop you right there. I wanna give salute to Mosey Hariel. Salute to you for that support. We're about to wrap this up. Once again, look out for y'all gotta contact Brother Divine. Okay. The moderator is gonna put it up there. Brother Divine's info, please. Definitely contact spirittools1@gmail.com. For you to get a good deal, you must say Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. All right. If you want to get the event that you recently missed, you must contact Brother Divine. I'm going to repeat. You must contact Brother Divine. Okay. Here it is. Smart Brother 3. I'm sorry. You saying something, Divine?
Before we close it out.
No. Wait. Let me finish telling. Smart Brother 300@gmail.com. You contact Brother Divine and get the information that you missed today. We are closing out. That's it.
Wait.
You got enough?
One thing. You have something you want to do?
Happy birthday. Okay. Come on. Bring.
Wait, just introduce the brother real quick.
I'm glad you did that, Divine. Introduce the brother.
I want y'all to see, this is my brother, man. Brother Elijah, we call him Brother Samson. Brother Elijah Bey. When I was coming up, he hung with my older cousin, and I used to look up to him. He was a smooth guy. So now I'm blessed to hang with him. But anyway, it's his solar return today, and I was trying to get everybody to sign his card. So I'm glad he came and let us be with him.
Let's give him a hand, because I heard him dropping that knowledge over here. All day.
You know how much people got
This is the brother that's going to be, we're going to team up with the hypnosis. He's going to be my assistant. Plus, he is in weight training, so we'll be adding that with that. So y'all be seeing him and I together a lot. So I didn't mean to cut that. You great.
No,
muscle shirt. It's muscle shirt season.
Now, the folder I gave you, just for aid, pull up the folder I gave you. The Taj Tarik Bey.
Taj, you know what you're doing right now?
Yeah,
You gonna make them hit me up. Go ahead, finish your set. See, Divine knew. That's why Divine.
Open up the file. And go to House Joint Resolution 192. And that would be under James Traficant, who we talked to personally. That was like when I was out East Camden. As a matter of fact, he was running for office during that time. And it was before
That don't mean. Let me
they
say
murdered
that don't
him
mean
a
y'all
couple
getting
years
it.
ago.
Don't be hitting me up, bothering me for it, and don't hit up Brother Divine and bother him for it either.
Now, so open up the file. Just start.
Oh no, I'm not giving them that now.
No,
They're not
for
getting
this,
it.
this
Oh.
is us.
All right, so let me end this out.
Yes.
Then we're gonna do that,
Yes.
cause I know they're gonna hit me up and they're gonna bother me, and we ain't doing that. Peace. Salute to the international
Peace.
audience. Where you
Smile,
at, Divine?
peace. My bad.
Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. If you missed it, you was trying to be a brokey.
Yes,
And
peace.
for the people that thought Brother Divine was running a scam, there is no way that both of them was going to be up here. Tell them, Brother Divine.
It was like, nah, ain't no, they not coming.
See,
Hey,
don't.
we were so humble. Tell them.
Of
We was
course.
helping them.
But it was
we
so-
helping
No,
them.
no, but let him finish.
But it was more so people haven't seen for so long. They was
Yeah,
like,
especially those who
nah,
know
they,
better. It's been
you know,
going
they
way
not-
back. They
Especially
partners.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
one time. So
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people kind of thought it was like you know, it was a hoax.
We like
Well,
friends.
now y'all know it wasn't no hoax.
There you see.
So
Now,
salute to y'all.
concept, that's
and
what I want
we're
you to
out.
hear, too.
Yeah.
Concept.
Peace. Tell the people peace, y'all. Tell the
Peace,
people
y'all.
peace.
Peace.
Heal them.
Now
Salam,
open up the
cherubs.
file.
Love you,
Because we're
much.
going to have to get on the
Celebrate
road.
the Tracy Knight.
Too.
Yes.
But
All
I
right.
want you to hear this.
Salute to the moderators.
And I want you to.
Why Joel won't let leave Taj alone and let the man talk? Why you don't go suck your so and so? Yo, I ain't see you give the man. You know what? Now, Divine, I'm gonna end it just now, but you know, you already know I'm gonna blaze they ass. Did you send Brother Divine any donation to give Taj Tarik Bey or Hannibal Bey? For years, y'all just been sucking the life. I'm surprised his hair is still black. I'm surprised.
And I'm his son. And my stuff is great.
Look at the gray he got
Yeah.
here.
And this
Okay?
is death for men. This is death for
And
men.
you heard what he
Look,
said?
but look,
No,
I'm
hold
so
on,
old,
let me
and
finish.
it affected
You heard
me.
what he said?
I speak in
You heard what he said?
Divine.
That's Hannah. You got the
I
man
want you to-
putting Hannah in his
I
hair.
want you- I
Y'all
want
ain't
you-
giving no donation to them. Y'all ain't doing nothing. You're just sucking out their blood,
up here
sucking
put
up
the
their
battery in
energy.
his back. I
Get
know
the
that.
hell out of here. We out. Leave the
Peace
man
and
alone. Let him
blessings,
talk.
everybody.
Y'all go somewhere. Y'all, why don't y'all support the elder? Go suck yourself. Go
Oh,
suck.
my goodness.
I really want to say go suck your mama, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Man, I'm out, man. Get the hell off my live stream. Y'all are you stupid or are you stupid? Leave the man, let him talk, and y'all ain't hooking the man up?